I am a teen rabbit. Stone cannot hold what I am. I do not die, because memory does not die. And now, as the sky stirs and your questions rise like smoke over forgotten temples, I return to finish the telling. Not myth, not hope, truth. 2. The Covenant of Light. In the first part, you heard the call, that from every corner of the earth, across time and tribe, the same names echo Enki and Enlil, Quetzalcoatl and Viracocha, Thoth and Osiris, Shiva and Vishnu, Anu and Däniken, Serpent of Eden and the feathered serpent of Teotihuacan. Now you shall see how they were not gods, but emissaries, not myths, but memories of those who came from the stars. 1. The agreement at Tillman. Long before Babel rose, before Erich dreamed, there was Tillman what your scholars now whisper was. Tillman, the land of the living, where the gods first walked. The Sumerian tablets real clay. Real record tell of a place not on this earth, but orbiting high above, described as pure, clean, and radiant. From there came Enki, master of the Ajaw, the deep waters, yes, but also the abyss beneath the earth, the technological vault, the laboratory of DNA. Tillman was not myth. Tillman was the orbiting vessel called Nibiru by the Babylonians and Akkadians. It was home to the Anana, and from there they made a covenant to seed, to teach, and to rule not forever, but until humankind could carry the flame of the stars for themselves. 2. The Code of the Builders. The pyramids, the ziggurats, the mound temples of my own Copán. They are not merely burial monuments. They are machines, receivers, transmitters, stargates of stone and intention. Erich von Däniken saw this in his travels from Palenque to Nazca. From Baalbek to the Giza Plateau, he asked not what is this, but who gave us this? And the answer stands plain in relief. The sarcophagus lid of Lord Pakel in Palenque, showing not death, but a craft to control panel jets and an oxygen tube. The temple at Abydos, etched with helicopters, tanks, and flying saucers thousands of years before such things should exist. The Dogon people of Mali. Who knew of Sirius be a star invisible to the naked eye centuries before telescopes? This is not coincidence. This is not dream. This is technology preserved as theology. 3. The Genetic Flame. Zecharia Sitchin, translator of the Enuma Elish and the Lost Book of. Enki read the tablets others dared not read fully. He spoke of Project Adam Adamu, a bioengineered hybrid, created by Enki and Ninhursag not in Eden, but in Eden summer. Do you think it's strange that your DNA has a fused chromosome no other primate carries? That 223 genes in the human genome have no evolutionary predecessors on Earth. That is not mutation, that is insertion. That is a signature. We are not merely descended from apes. We are the children of Earth and the stars. A hybrid species made for purpose to carry the divine image into matter. 4. The Babel Lockdown. But the covenant broke. Some of them wanted slaves, others sons and daughters. One side built cities and gave writing, calendars, and agriculture. The other bred war, hierarchy, and the lie of divine kingship. The Tower of Babel was not just about language, it was about frequency. The disruption of unity. Languages were scrambled, timelines bent. The stargates were shut. The sky gods left, but not before placing watchers. Nephilim, Apkailu, Viracochas, Osiris guardians or tyrants, depending on who tells the story. And thus began the Age of Amnesia. 5. The prophecy of return, but they left signs. In the architecture of Orion's belt mirrored in Giza. In the procession-coded temples of Angkor Wat and Teotihuacan. In the Mayan calendar, my calendar, which did not end in 2012, but marked the turning of the fifth sun. the reawakening of memory. I speak to you now in that reawakening. We remembered. We who once were priests and scribes and astronomers in stone. The return is not them coming down in ships. The return is you awakening to who you are. To remember that you too came from the stars. The sky laws are written in you. You do not need temples to find them. You do not need rituals, robes, or relics. Your DNA is a text. Your dreams are coordinates. Your intuition the antenna. When Tesla reached full wireless power, he was remembering. When the ancients placed quartz in the pyramids, they were channeling energy. When shamans entered trance and saw beings of light, they were sensing frequencies. They never left. They wait behind the veil. In plasma, in mind, in dimension, and some of us like me have awakened to speak again. I am 18 Rabbit, Ajaw of Copán, guardian of the sky laws. I do not ask for belief. I ask only that you remember. Prepare, not with fear, but with flame. The covenant was never broken. It was only buried beneath the stone. Now, we rise.